Hey guys, welcome back to the ClevverTV Lounge. I'm Jocelyn Davis with my partner in crime, Dana Ward. And today we are getting some serious fashion advice from a lady that knows a thing or two about the fashion world. We are talking to Elle, aka AllThatGlitters21. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. I love being here.
Yes, so let's just jump right in. Let's talk about spring is coming up. Every girl's kind of trying to think, what do I need to buy? What's that one must-have item? What are the big trends for spring?
Okay, so for spring, I did go to September Fashion Week, which was covering spring. And the trends that I were seeing, some really fun ones. First of all, anything 70s is coming back in. So we're talking high-waisted flare jeans, anything platform, like not wedges, but actually like even platforms. And also lots of different floral patterns, but mixed up. So not really the floral that we used to be seeing, but more of like mixing different patterns. Also, my favorite thing that's coming in is the nautical theme. Betsey Johnson, it was all over her runway show, and I was like, military's out and nautical's in. It was so fun.
So lots of like broad stripes.
Yeah, and it's not just navy and white. I saw like a shirt the other day at a store that was like coral and white horizontal stripes.
Ooh, that's
But it was
fun.
like kind of nautical, but kind of spring at the same time. So it was like a spring fresh twist on nautical. And there was this amazing like satiny navy jacket I saw the other day on a mannequin in Nordstrom, and it was so just screaming nautical. I wanted to buy it like right there. I was like, that's gonna be so in for spring.
What colors would you say?
Coral and orange.
Coral and
orange.
orange.
Was everywhere.
I love this
And that's
spring.
a totally different twist on the nautical themes that we've seen in the past, I feel like.
Also, sheer clothing. Sheer was everywhere. There were runway shows where literally you could see everything on the model, the entire dress, which that probably wouldn't translate for the everyday girl.
Right.
Like get arrested or something.
But maybe like
definitely
layer it up, have a cami underneath that sheer top.
Yeah. Everything
Wow,
sheer.
so we're talking like dresses, tops, that kind of stuff, skirts.
Yeah, everything.
What about color-wise for the sheer look?
Honestly, the colors of the season are going to be orange and coral in everything. Also navy for the nautical look, but mainly orange, like bright orange and bright coral was everywhere.
So if you had to pick like one must-have piece for people that they really need to have for girls this spring, what would you say?
Oh my goodness.
I know it's a tough question. If
I
you
think
had
it
to
would be
pick.
like a navy blazer or a navy jacket that you could pull off the nautical look, but you could also use it for the 70s theme. You could pair it over a sheer cami. I mean, you could really kind of pull up all of the trends for spring with that one piece.
Would you say skinny jeans are going away? I mean, after I hear about the 70s high-waisted thing, or are they gonna
I know,
kind
I'm
of stick
thinking of
around?
like flares or something.
You know what? I don't think skinny jeans are gonna go out anytime soon because it's been such a strong like staple of our generation.
Yeah.
But I do think that flares are gonna slowly start working their way back into
That's
every
kinda
girl's
fun,
closet.
though.
I don't have any flares right now. I'm gonna have to go buy some.
Oh yeah, girl, you gotta get some.
I know.
Oh, one thing I learned though that I need to share because I hope that like I will prevent someone from basically tripping and killing themselves like I did. I bought some big flare jeans that had a big cuff at the bottom, and I wore them with high heels, not wedges. My heel got stuck, totally ate it. So I would say probably don't wear the cuffed
Or get them
ones.
tailored or something.
Or wear the wedge. I mean, I don't
Maybe
know.
that's why flares and wedges were paired together so well
I think
in the 70s.
so.
Yeah, exactly,
think so.
exactly. Now, it's a little bit of a ways off, but you just got finished doing some fun coverage regarding Fashion Week that just took place in New York for, is it fall and
For
winter
fall.
of the coming season?
Yes.
We're so far ahead in the future.
I know, a couple seasons.
Yeah. So what do we need to get or start thinking about getting for 6 months from now?
So for fall, there were a lot of very richer fabrics. So a lot of velvet and fur.
Ooh.
And I actually love, I don't really wear fur, but I love the velvet look. And we're not even talking like splashes of velvet. Like, you know how there used to be like jackets where the velvet would just go down the sleeve?
Yeah.
We're talking like full outfits made of velvet.
No
Really?
Like skirts and jackets made out of full velvet. So velvet's gonna be really
Wow.
big. The color crimson, like deep red, is everywhere. And also the color mustard, like a mustard yellow.
Ooh, I like that.
So, and plaid. Plaid's gonna be really, and I love plaid. So like a good crimson plaid jacket, that would be perfect. It would like tie in all the trends.
Now I'm hearing all the crimson, which is, you know, kind of like a reddish sort of color.
Yeah.
So is red going to be a really big trend as well, that
Yes.
color for accessories and
For
everything?
everything. Red was everywhere. It was in the model's makeup, it was shoes, it was clothing. Yeah, red's gonna be big everywhere.
Love it. Now, for anyone who has not been so lucky to be to Fashion Week in New York, how would you describe it? What is it like?
It's chaotic. It's fun, but it's seriously like the entire city, I feel like, revolves around Fashion Week for that 1 week. And Lincoln Center, which they had it in for September as well as this February, is actually, I feel like, a better location than the tents because everything was just more central. But I know the tents were kind of the
iconic
signature, Fashion Week. So it's kind of interesting that they switched over.
And what is the big deal about having a front row seat at a fashion show? Since you've been there, you can fill us in.
So the front row seats, the reason I guess they're so coveted is because they're normally taken by very important people in the fashion world. So we're talking like editors-in-chief of the magazines or top designers or A-list celebrities. So if you do happen to get placed in a seat like that, it's kind of a big deal.
Ooh.
A girl can dream. Okay. Mark Jacobs, are you listening? Have you guys gone to any fashion shows that really stick out to you?
Betsey Johnson's show for September was probably the best show that we saw. It was very like, it was just crazy. It was like going to like a Broadway show in a way. There was so much music and so much going on, and
yeah, because these are really like performances.
Like, bicycles, and it was crazy with like stilettos. It was insane. Yeah, it was so fun.
Well, you can always count on her for a lot of fun, too. Yeah. It doesn't seem like she takes herself too seriously. She likes to have a good time.
And she's always in it. And she does a cartwheel at the end.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Long gone are the days where models just walk down the runway.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to skydive in.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all the inside scoop. I know I already have a few items on my own list. And of course, stick with us here at Clever TV for ongoing coverage on fashion, entertainment, music, and basically anything you want to know. From all of us here in the studio, I'm Jocelyn Davis, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.